Like I said, a secret turbo last-minute guest. Shreveport City Councilman Grayson Boucher joins us.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Mr. Grayson, couple of days in a row. That's always to our benefit. How are you this morning?
Hey, good morning, y'all. I appreciate you having me on.
So we got
new developments.
A last-minute sort of development here in the insurance thing. What do you hear? What do you know?
Well, we got an email yesterday about 4 o'clock from the CAO. I'll start by saying that this was due to an email that Councilwoman Fuller sent out earlier in the afternoon requesting an update on where we were with additional coverage. Ms. Jones sent us an email at 4 o'clock yesterday, and I'll read it to you. Councilwoman Fuller, we bound an additional $300 million single occurrence coverage as requested at yesterday's meeting, and we are waiting for quotes on additional layers to get to the $850 single occurrence.
How much is the $300 million costing us?
From what we were told by Mr. Sykes the other day in our private meeting, and the more I've chewed on that, I'll elaborate. The more angry I've become about that. But anyway, it's going to be about $900 million total. I mean, $900,000 total premium to go up to $300. So not in addition to the 700 and whatever. It will be a total of 900.
Pardon me just a second. Just in my own mind, I can clarify. You got an email, Miss Levette did, all the council people did, you can clarify that too, from the city saying that they are going from $50 million, an additional 300, so now we're sitting at about 350. Have I got that right?
No, a total of 300.
Well, a total of 300. And
it's
they are looking,
what I understand.
And they are looking at expanding that newly added coverage at $300 million back up to $900 million?
$815.
$815.
Yeah.
And the cost we were going to pay for the $50 million is going to go from $740,000 to $900,000.
Correct.
But that's only at $300 million.
Right.
And we're still dealing with Rodrell Sykes.
Correct.
So,
why?
Yeah.
I would suggest you get the mayor on the phone and ask him that. I don't know. Aaron, you were in the meeting. You heard me telling Sharika I thought we need to get quotes from other people. I know for a fact because 4 of these bigger insurance companies owners live in my district, and I know for a fact that at least 2 of them approached the city and gave them options to get us up to $817, and the premium was not going to be anywhere close to this. And from what I was told by these people in emails yesterday, that the door was shut in their face.
Will the commission go up from $250,000?
From what I was told by Mr. Sykes, no, it will not. In that private meeting, no, it will not go up. It'll stay at the $250,000.
How much insurance do we need, Grayson? I need to hear it from an expert, and I think you do too.
I'm not an expert, so I can't tell you that.
What are they telling you?
Well, I mean, they say that Mr. Sykes is the expert, and I'm not quite sure that that's an accurate statement. I will tell you this, that over the last 2 weeks, I haven't been sitting here twiddling my thumbs. I've lost a lot of sleep over this, Aaron, a tremendous amount of sleep, and I know a couple other council members that have been too. And I'm not trying to play patty cake with the mayor in any way. I'm just trying to get all the facts before I go out and start, saying the city's on fire. And I feel like that we're getting to that point where we have the facts. Thank goodness for Linda Stewart in the auditor's office for finding this.
We got a text from a former city attorney who kind of said these council people are all talk. 3 months and they don't know we didn't have the same coverage. Did they ever ask to see any documents? Just a bunch of talk. Your reaction to that?
My reaction is we turn this over to the internal auditor. I have told you, I believe, and other people that this is not over. Whenever the insurance deal came up, it's not over. We want the facts, though. I'm not going to go half-cocked and tell people things that are not accurate. We're getting that information now, and I think that the only way that we knew what we had insurance-wise was whenever the invoices started coming in and these people started wanting to get paid. And immediately a red alert was sent to us as council members, and we did what we needed to do. We called a special meeting, we got the information, and here's where we are. Now, what can we do from here as far as with the procurement of more insurance or staying with Mr. Sykes? I'm not quite sure yet. It's going to take the body. It's going to take 5 votes to do whatever we want to do.
Grayson?
I don't feel comfortable with Mr. Sykes. I don't feel comfortable with this company. And how can the mayor feel comfortable with this company if the CAO just said in a public meeting and said that this guy lied to us? Why aren't we paying him?
How do the other council people feel? Are they sort of siding with you on this one?
You know, we have a lot of conversation, and I will say this, that the council is for good government, and we want what's right for Shreveport. So, yes, I would say that they are with me on this.
Grayson, I'm getting dozens and dozens of texts, and the vast majority of them say, is our mayor crooked or stupid? Or is there another option? Where are you on that front? Because I'm really upset by how this is being handled and why we're not hearing from him.
Well, you know, that's pretty much the same question that Robert asked me yesterday on the multiple choice test. I don't know. I don't have a clue. It's been 2 weeks since I've talked to the mayor. You know, to me, if somebody lied to one of my employees and put my business in jeopardy, and I'm talking as a personal business person, if put my business in jeopardy, I'm going to be moving on. I don't understand what's going on. I mean, I can't speak for the mayor. You know, I wish I could, but I can't. But you know, I can tell you this, that I was elected to be a good steward of the taxpayers' money.
Do you feel like you have been in this case?
I sure do. I sure do. I've been on top of this ever since we found out. I mean, yes, I do.
Mr. Grayson, based on some of the previous dealings with Mr. Sykes, yeah, you've got this coverage, yeah, you're fully covered, etc. Pardon me. And it turns out to be the $50 million that we really had. How do we really know we've got $300 million now and they want to go up to $800 million?
You know, I mean, I would trust that whatever they bind us with, that our auditor will look into that and make sure that that's what we've got. We were told in an email that's what we have. I kind of want to say something and kind of back up. You know, I think we all were elected to do this job, and we all knew what it would entail. However, having said that, there's 7 of us. We have a staff of 5 in the city council office. We all have full-time jobs, which is not an excuse because we signed up to do this, and I take that duty extremely, extremely to heart. And I'm not ever gonna say that, well, I didn't have time to do this, because I think, Aaron, you can attest to this. Anytime you've ever asked me anything, I've been Johnny on the spot.
You bet.
But I don't have a staff of 11 people like the mayor does,
right,
that are making an average of $80,000 or $90,000 a year. This is Grayson having to do this and depend upon the 5 professionals that we have to serve 7 council members plus a population of 195,000 people.
Grayson, the council members are getting some criticism over this too, as you well know.
Oh, yeah.
In hindsight, would you have done anything different, and what?
In hindsight, probably so. I probably would have demanded a little bit more when we found out about some of the connections with Mr. Sykes. But whenever you've got a mayor that's new, and maybe it was a honeymoon, like you said earlier, Aaron, I don't know. But you want to trust that professional. He's the professional. And then we hire professionals to do these jobs. That's just like at Town Square Media. Aaron's not out cutting the grass.
No.
You've got professionals out there cutting the grass.
Sure.
Correct?
You bet.
And I'm trusting the professionals that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
I see that.
To do these jobs. It's not my job to manage these people. That's not what a legislator does. But I can tell you this, I feel like that after this has happened, the consensus of some council members, there's going to be a lot more oversight.